Can businesses win on Amazon if they are not the cheapest on price?
So this is the best example of how I can say actually it's not all about price. One of my clients, she makes lingerie for all different sizes of people, and sometimes she has to sort of custom make for the products, and obviously that attaches a higher product price to it because she's making them all herself. Now, from that instance, my biggest concern was, look, people can have these aspects and they can, they can search for these products. They know, they roughly know their sizes. If they can't get the sizes they want, they can send the product back. But because we targeted the same keywords and we had the personas built from her own website, we targeted those same personas on Amazon. The search volumes were slightly lower, but there was still enough to make it a profitable side of the business. So no, but if it's a commodity item, say iPhone chargers, because up until about 6 months ago when I sold the business, I was the person that ranked first for UK and US on iPhone chargers. But it just got to the point where it just became more of a hassle trying to compete with everything that was coming on there. But like I said, I got rid of it, and I still to this day, especially with the before COVID, if I'd have kept hold of it, I probably wouldn't be working for somebody else at this moment in time. Yeah, so for a commodity item, iPhone chargers, yes, it's going to be about price. There was somebody that's I mean, as a rule of thumb, I'd usually sell a product for probably about $8.99. There was someone that came in and pushed their sales at $3.49 for an iPhone charger for a long time, but as soon as they ran out of stock, they lost the rankings because Amazon saw that it was, this is fantastic. All our buyers are going to want this at this price. But when they ran out of stock and then they couldn't fulfill their orders quick enough, Amazon put them down. So it's now still the case that their general price is about $8.99 in that sense as well. So Amazon does a good job of cutting down the people that are trying to just disrupt for the sake of disruption. It won't give you a legacy ranking. If you're selling one way or another, it will give it. If you're hindering in selling, then that's where it interferes as well. But the biggest thing that I can say take away, and like I mentioned a lot about data beforehand, the biggest thing that I can say is if you know your customer, you don't need to worry about the automation process that I mentioned before. You can deal with the manual side of it, and then you're going to save a lot of money in that sense as well. I'd always recommend the automatic to start off with, because then that brings in a lot of persona data, a lot of retail data that you can then analyze to then push out to then target the people that you want to target. And once you've got that, Amazon just works for you in that sense as well. The algorithm doesn't change as much. Like I said, the main glitch happened with COVID. That was the only glitch that I've had to deal with in my own ranking factors before. Yeah, it's interesting times to see how Google's going to compete in this sense as well, because again, a lot of people will disagree with me. When I'm ranking a product on Google, I think of this as Google wants me to buy advertising, Amazon wants me to sell. Now, obviously, there's a lot of people that have different perspectives of that, but that's when it comes down to the brass tacks of it all. That's how I sort of focus. Is this going to help me sell a product on Amazon? Yes, no. Then there we go. That gives you the course of action there.